Today, we're diving into a riveting chapter of the past, the Mongol invasion of Russia. Strap in as we uncover the background, causes, and consequences of this pivotal event that shaped the course of history. Plus, stay tuned as we delve into the dramatic Battle of Kiev and how the Mongols emerged victorious. To understand the Mongol invasion of Russia, we need to rewind to the early 13th century. The Mongol Empire, led by the infamous Genghis Khan, had already conquered vast territories in Asia. As the Mongols expanded westward, they set their sights on the fragmented Russian principalities, which were divided and lacked a unified front. The causes of the Mongol invasion are multifaceted. First, the Mongols sought to establish dominance and control over the lucrative Silk Road trade routes that passed through the region. Second, internal conflicts among Russian principalities made them susceptible to external invasions. The Mongols capitalized on this disunity, exploiting political rivalries to their advantage. Now, let's zoom in on the Battle of Kiev, a pivotal clash that unfolded in 1240. The Mongols, under the command of Batu Khan, a grandson of Genghis Khan, faced off against an alliance of Russian princes. The city of Kiev, a major political and cultural center at the time, became the battleground. The Mongols employed their trademark tactics, including feigned retreats and psychological warfare, to outmaneuver the Russian forces. The Mongols' military prowess was a decisive factor in their victory. Their cavalry, armed with powerful composite bows, engaged in hit-and-run tactics, disrupting the slower-moving Russian infantry. The Mongols also brought sophisticated siege weaponry, enabling them to breach the defenses of Kiev. Despite a valiant effort by the Russian defenders, the city ultimately fell to the Mongols. The Battle of Kiev marked a turning point, solidifying Mongol dominance over the Russian principalities. The consequences of the Mongol invasion were profound. Russia fell under Mongol rule, known as the Mongol yoke, for nearly 2.5 centuries. The Mongol invasion of Russia, marked by a series of major battles, unfolded with a strategic brilliance that showcased the military prowess of the Mongol Empire under leaders like Genghis Khan and Batu Khan. The Battle of the Kalka River in 1223 set the stage, instilling fear and disunity among Russian principalities. As the Mongols advanced, their siege of Ryazan and subsequent capture of Vladimir demonstrated a formidable blend of overwhelming force and effective siege tactics. The Battle of the Sit River in 1238 exemplified the Mongols' mastery of cavalry warfare. Utilizing hit-and-run tactics and feigned retreats, they outmaneuvered Russian forces, leading to a decisive victory. The Mongols' psychological warfare and advanced weaponry, including composite bows and superior siege engines, added to their military supremacy. The brutality of the Mongol invasion was evident in the sieges of Ryazan and Vladimir, where resistance often led to devastating consequences for the besieged cities. The Mongols employed ruthless tactics, leaving a lasting impact on the psyche of the Russian principalities. However, the Mongols faced a resilient Russian resistance, and the Battle of Kursk in 1380 marked a symbolic turning point. Despite the defeat of the Russians, led by Prince Dmitry Donskoy, they emerged as a more unified force, signaling a growing determination to resist Mongol rule. The resilience of the Russian principalities stemmed from a gradual consolidation of power and the formation of alliances. The brutality of the Mongol invasion, coupled with internal conflicts, eventually galvanized Russian leaders to unite against the common threat. The Battle of Kulikovo symbolized a collective effort to resist Mongol dominance, laying the groundwork for the gradual decline of the Mongol Empire's influence in the region. While the Mongols were successful in their military campaigns, the tenacity of the Russian people played a crucial role in shaping the historical narrative and fostering a sense of national identity. The Mongol invasion of Russia came to an abrupt halt following the conquest of Kiev and subsequent battles due to a combination of internal Mongol factors and external pressures. The Battle of Kiev in 1240, a pivotal conflict, saw the Mongols, led by Batu Khan, achieve a decisive victory, solidifying their control over the Russian principalities. Several key factors contributed to the sudden cessation of Mongol expansion in the region. Firstly, internal strife within the Mongol Empire played a significant role. The death of the Great Khan, Ogedai, in 1241 triggered a succession crisis, leading to the recall of Batu Khan from Europe to participate in the selection of the new Khan. This internal power struggle diverted the attention and resources of the Mongols away from further campaigns in Russia. Simultaneously, external threats emerged. diverting the Mongols' attention even more. The western front of the Mongol Empire faced challenges from the rising power of the Mamluks in the Middle East and the possibility of conflict with the European powers. These external pressures compelled the Mongols to redirect their military focus and resources to other strategic fronts, contributing to the sudden cessation of their westward expansion. Additionally, logistical challenges and the vastness of the conquered territories played a role in the decision to halt further advances. The Mongols, masters of the hit-and-run tactics that served them well in open terrains, faced difficulties in governing and maintaining control over the vast and densely populated regions they had conquered. As the Mongols shifted their focus and resources elsewhere, the Russian principalities, despite being under the Mongol yoke for several centuries, began to consolidate power and develop a more organized and cohesive resistance. In summary, the sudden stop of the Mongol invasion of Russia after the battles of Kiev can be attributed to a combination of internal Mongol factors, including a succession crisis and the recall of military leaders, external pressures from other fronts of the empire, and logistical challenges in governing vast conquered territories. This halt allowed the Russian principalities to gradually recover, consolidate power, and ultimately resist Mongol dominance in the centuries that followed. The Mongol invasion had profound and lasting effects on both Western and Eastern Europe, but the trajectories that these regions followed post-invasion diverged significantly. In Eastern Europe, particularly in Russia, the Mongols established the Golden Horde, a Mongol Khanate that dominated the region for nearly 2.5 centuries. This period, known as the Mongol Yoke, saw the imposition of Mongol rule over Russian principalities. Despite the initial devastation and subjugation, the Mongols allowed local princes to retain some autonomy in exchange for tribute. This unique form of governance left a lasting impact on Russian political, social, and economic structures. On the other hand, Western Europe experienced a different set of circumstances. The Mongols did not venture further into Western Europe beyond their successful campaigns in Hungary and Poland. This spared Western European states from direct Mongol rule. Consequently, Western Europe was able to continue its political and cultural development without the direct influence of Mongol governance. The divergent paths of Western and Eastern Europe after the Mongol invasion were further accentuated by the Renaissance and the Reformation. While Western Europe experienced a revival of classical learning and a surge in artistic, cultural, and scientific achievements, the Eastern European states under Mongol rule had limited exposure to these transformative movements. Ultimately, the differing historical experiences of Western and Eastern Europe after the Mongol invasion contributed to the development of distinct political, cultural, and economic landscapes. Western Europe's trajectory led to the emergence of powerful nation-states and the beginning of the modern era, while Eastern Europe, having endured the Mongol yoke, followed a unique historical path that shaped its identity and development in subsequent centuries. While the Mongols allowed local princes to retain some autonomy, they imposed a heavy tax burden and established a system of governance that left a lasting impact on Russian society. However, the Mongol rule also facilitated cultural and economic exchanges, influencing the development of Russia in unforeseen ways. As we wrap up this exploration of the Mongol invasion of Russia and the Battle of Kiev, if you found this journey through history captivating, hit that like button. For more intriguing historical insights, subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell. Join us in uncovering the mysteries of the past, one episode at a time. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.